Running a Fever episode 37, my first little weight training.
Well, hello, this is Running a Fever, and I'm not on the trail today. I'm actually not in the studio either. I am in my bedroom. Why? Well, I've started doing some strength training, and what I'm doing right now is I have purchased some dumbbells at a place called Play It Again Sports, which sells used sporting equipment, and I always find dumbbells in there. 5, 6. I'm going to stop there for that one. So, I have trouble counting and doing anything at the same time. So certainly counting and talking about something else. So I started with 25 pounds. I just went in there and hefted a few of them, and the 25-pound ones seemed to be the right combination of challenging, but not too challenging for someone who's not really done this in a few years. So like anything, you kind of want to take it slow. And I'm in my bedroom because that's probably going to be where this stuff happens. Yesterday, for the first time, I did not work out in terms of walking, running, etc., because it was raining outside. And it's raining today. It's been raining for 3 days now. Wasn't able to get my second run in for the week, and as a result I didn't get my run in. I'm going to go to a three times a week on the walking / running. So 3 runs a week, probably Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting next week. Going to try that anyway. What I've done so far today is I just did curls. I did a set of 6 curls each arm. I've got 2 dumbbells, so I'm using them both at the same time. Not wanting to do a whole lot today. I don't have any other equipment, even a bench. All I have is the 2 dumbbells. So for now, that's probably going to be it for now. You can do a lot with dumbbells. A bench would be good to have, but I suppose I could lay down in the bed. It's not really hard enough or firm enough to use for that, but I can probably improvise. I'm going to see what I can do. Also, today I went to a sporting goods store. I've been looking, as you know, for a number of things, something more reflective clothing, some waterproof clothing so I can go out on days like today, yesterday, and the day before. And I don't have to stay in on the treadmill. Now I've got the treadmill, but that I got from, that I got from my parents, and it's not quite ready to use yet. Otherwise I probably would have tried yesterday. And I don't like to run inside, so I'm not going to use it just for that. But my idea is to use that for when I get to the end of the day. My goal is 10,000 steps a day. I don't have 10,000 steps. Go finish up on the treadmill. So that will hopefully help me to make sure I'm getting those steps in even when my workout didn't do it. I know that even sometimes when I was going 2.5 miles, I still didn't get the full 10,000 steps. Now, another thing I'm doing at work is I get this alarm that I've talked about on my watch. It says it's been 50 minutes. It's time to get on your feet. Literally, that's what it says. It's time to get on your feet. I hadn't been paying a whole lot of attention to that, but now I do. Now, when I see that, it gives me a little vibration. I get up and I've been doing 3 laps around my building. So, that probably is a half mile or more right there. Just walking, nothing really taxing, just kind of walking around and getting some movement in and getting some steps in. We'll see how my step count does there. Hopefully I'll get that up to 10,000 a day, even on days that I don't work out, that I don't do the run. Also, I was looking for, I don't think I finished the rainwear things, the rain gear. So I went into this big sporting goods store today because I've been kind of looking around. I've been in several places that sell sporting goods and sporting equipment and stuff and clothing. Haven't found anything yet. I went in today, I was driving around doing some other things, and I saw this big store, this Academy Sports and Outdoors. So I went in there and they had a few things. They didn't have a whole lot of clothing. They did have, however, some Marmot jackets, and I found those were pretty nice, and they fit me well. But they didn't have pants, and I wanted to get pants as well. Another thing is they only had 3 colors, green, black, and blue. I kind of wanted a brighter color. As you know, I'm always concerned about working out at night and making sure that I'm visible enough, for safety reasons. So I made a note of that. It was really, really nice jacket, lightweight, and it had a zipper with the Velcro on it. It's got a nice hood with a good drawstring on it. It's called a precip, so I know it's meant for bad weather. So I figured I'll go check it out on the internet. I found it. They have a bright yellow jacket, so that's what I got. And I also got some pants with it. So those should be coming in the coming week. Murphy's Law, it probably will stop raining for good at that point. But if it doesn't, then I'll be able to go out in the rain. Got that going. While I was at the store, I also was looking for compression shirts. And I found one. It's a brand I've never heard of. It's a 3-letter BC something. Try it on. Doesn't feel like it's got a lot of compression. Now I wear compression socks, so I know what that feels like. And this was really just more of a skin tight thing. But when I put it on, I had to get a size smaller than I would normally get. But I put it on, it was skin tight. Some compression there, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up. It was $17, I think, something like that, $18 with tax. So I got that. I'll probably try that out next week. I just bought one of them, and it will at least give me another layer that I can put on beneath everything that I'm wearing now. And then I'll continue to look for more compression gear, base layer type stuff. I really like going in and trying on this stuff that I've never worn before. Once I figure out what it is, get to know a little bit more about it, I feel more comfortable ordering things off the internet. I'm real particular about my clothing. It's kind of really, you can see all kinds of pictures from every angle, but you don't know how it fits. You don't know what it feels like, the material. You don't know how light it is. So these are things that I like to get in a store, and even the stores, I guess we're kind of so used to the selection that's available on the internet that we don't pay that much attention to the stores. Now, we expect more variety when we go to a brick and mortar store. Medical segment of the show. I started on increasing my calorie count. I do have some additional things to report on that. I started over the weekend and I felt a lot better. I did lose 2 pounds last week, and I'm continuing to sort of ramp up and try to level off at 1,000, between 800 and 1,200 calories, something like that. It's not too difficult, and I'm going back to some of the favorite foods I have, which aren't always the healthiest foods, but it helps me a lot to stay on the diet if I know that I don't have to just give up the favorite foods that I have. I have been doing that. I actually gained 5 pounds in the last couple of days, but I think that might be due to just the fact that I'm eating a larger volume of food over time. I don't want to get too graphic with that, but imagine a garden hose, and your body's a garden hose. After the winter, it's all dry, it's empty, it's lighter. Once you start putting water through it, it gets slowly heavier until it's full of water, and then it stays that weight. So that's kind of the analogy I'm making with the body. So as I increase my intake of food that physically weighs more, I'm going to have more food in my body at a time. So I want to go further into that. I'm not that worried about it, but I do feel not so good if I don't lose a few pounds a week. Still, I'm kind of worried about that, but I don't have to lose 7 to 10 pounds a week. 2 or 3 is good enough. So far, I'm averaging over 5 pounds a week. If I can do that, then I can definitely reach my goal this year. So that's a combination medical report, diet segment of the show. Try to get a little bit of that information out. So be sure, if you have a medical issue, go to see a medical professional, get that taken care of. It could be something as simple as you're not eating enough. And watch your diet. Make sure that you're being sensible, not too extreme in either direction. Understand the calories that you need. It's going to be different, a little bit different for everybody, but investigate that. For me, they told me 1,200 calories minimum probably recommended 1,500, not even including any exercise. I'm looking at my watch and saying I'm burning 22, 23, 2,400 calories a day. I don't know how accurate that is. I know it's probably not very accurate, but if it's a benchmark, then that means I'm still burning a lot more calories than I am consuming. So that's pretty good. I'm feeling good. I'm very motivated about what's going on. I got my strength training started today, and I'm going to try to do that on the days that I'm not running, but I'm going to ramp up slowly just like everything else, and I might make a mistake. I might make a mistake because I'm not perfect. That's why this is a journey, and I'm glad that you're here along with me on the journey. So keep the fever, and I will too, and I will talk to you next time.
This is the Padua Podcast Network. PaduaMedia.com